is upgrading from a Pentium 4 2 gigahertz to a Celeron 2.4 gigahertz a good idea? I don't know. We're going to find out. It dawned on me that the Celeron chip I took out of the other machine is faster, although it doesn't have as much cache memory. So I figured I could give it a shot and see what it tells me. So far, the scores for this machine are 2.6 for the processor, 3.9 for the memory, 1.9 for the graphics, 1.0 for the gaming graphics, and 5.4 for the hard disk drive as it goes to the slideshow. I also have another program. This one is called Quick Mark, and it's a system benchmark thing. It's a portable app that runs off of a flash drive, and it says it's a Pentium 4 2 gigahertz, x86 family 15 Model 2 stepping 4, genuine Intel. And we're going to click on Run All Tests. CPU speed is 1.9939404 gigahertz, so that rounds up to 2. CPU flops is 3. Gigaflops, memory bandwidth 810, and the disk transfer is 22 megasecond. Let's run that one more time just to ensure we get consistent results. And now we got 48 on the disk transfer, so maybe there was some disk access going on at the time. But let's get this shut down and swap that in, and I'll also mount up the hard drive the right way while I'm at it. First step would be to update the BIOS. Yeah, this has an A07, the latest is A09. Let's try this one and see what happens. Great. Okay, that's not going to work. Maybe it really doesn't like Windows 7. And if that's the case, we'll try this one and see what that says. This mouse still sucks. Okay, I think this wants to write to a floppy disk, maybe? Yep, insert a formatted diskette and press enter. Well, that's if the floppy drive on this machine works. Let's try. I have the Tocadiscos. It's in the drive. This is why you need that. Enter. Sounds like it's writing. No, it didn't. Great. Let's try it again. Still doesn't like it. We'll eject and reinsert the disk. Okay, don't like it. So we'll quit that, and let's see if my computer can read it or format it. Says it needs to be formatted. Oh, wow! Yeah, that is some really nice stuff. This is great. Okay, now let's try that one more time. Nope. Okay. I don't think the disk is bad. It's out of a new pack. So I think we're just going to forge ahead, say screw it, at least for now. And maybe while I have it open, I'll swap in the floppy drive from the other machine and try that out. But let me get this shut down. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen, or if. Generally, I like to remove the fan, but I don't think that's actually a necessity, really. Unless this is just one of those that slide. No, there must be clips that I'm not seeing. Yeah, it's got clips. And I don't know where the bottom clip is, so we'll try to do it without removing that. Well, I got the top out. There. Get that out of the way. And we'll see what happens. Okay, I think that unlatched. This has not been touched probably since it left the factory. There's one. And two. Aha! Oh, and isn't that interesting? There's just that silvery looking thing with an imprint of the original chip, and there's no real thermal compound except for that black gunk around it, whatever that is. Let me turn the screen so I can see if the camera is pointing right. It should be. Yeah, that works for now. Okay, this is definitely a socket 478, so we got a shot at it. We'll pull that chip. And making sure we have it in the right orientation, we'll drop that one in, close that, reopen, close it again, put the heatsink on it. Well, that was only a little bit of hell. Hopefully I'm not going to blow it up, because I don't know if this actually supports it. I'm going to just disconnect the fan, because I'm just going to plug it in and see what happens, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I have no idea what's going to happen. I just have the monitor connected. Plug in the power. Seems to have powered on. But I don't have anything on the screen. That's great. So maybe this wasn't to be. See if I can power it off. Power it on, we get a green light on the monitor. I'll toggle the switch because sometimes it just gets wonky. Well, it doesn't look like it likes it, Mikey.
He likes it! Hey, Mikey!
Definitely not. Okay, let's swap the other chip in and see if I didn't blow nothing up. Okay, the other chip is back in. I have not even put the heatsink back on. Just tested for a second. Oh yeah, there he is. It's coming up. Okay, well, maybe it won't work. I don't know. Let me see. What should we do? Should we try the floppy drive? Yeah. Okay, the system is booting up. I don't even have the clips in the heatsink on there. The floppy drive is hanging right over here. We'll see if it'll work. Okay. The disk is in the drive. We'll run this thing again. It's not finished fully booting yet, but the heatsink is warm, but nothing to be alarmed about. This system did, of course, report a previous fan failure. Well, no kidding. I do not know if this drive works. Something tells me this drive doesn't either. Really? Like, not even? It's like this drive doesn't even... like nothing. It's like totally dead. It's all plugged in right. Even the light on it doesn't come on. Well, this may not work under Windows 7. Alright, let me see what else I'm going to do. Okay, I have a somewhat different drive in there now. The whooshing noise is that drive, for whatever reason. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't be reading now. Oh, okay, there was something rubbing. But I don't know why it's just on. Unless Windows is trying to detect it as something different. I don't know. Okay, the light went off now. So we'll try this yet again. It says it wants a formatted disk. It may have wiped out this fucking disk. I don't know. Okay, try it again. The drive light is on solid, but of course it still doesn't like it. So we'll cancel that. And let's just try format A. Okay, it ran the heads back and forth. Oh, after all that! Invalid media or track 0 bad, disk unusable. Wonderful. Well, you know what? We're going to pop that disk out. That heatsink is getting a little bit warm. And I'm going to try hard powering this down and making a new disk on an XP system. Oh, this sucks. Way to go, Dell, for not making your program forward compatible. I mean, it's known that operating systems don't stick around forever. So on an XP machine that quote-unquote burned the disk, or actually wrote the disk without any problem. I'm sure this isn't even going to work, even if the BIOS is updated. I hit F12. I'm not worried about all of that. We'll select diskette drive. Yay! It doesn't like it. And I think it's going to boot to the hard drive now. Nope. Okay, well, let's try the other drive then, for what it's worth. Still doesn't work. Beautiful. Okay. Let's reconnect the original drive and we'll try it in that as the last-ditch effort, and then we'll call it a day. It's a lot easier when the drive isn't mounted in the bay. I don't know if any of you knew that. Because this way you just can't see what you're doing. It doesn't matter how much light you have. No matter what you do, there's never enough light in the desktop system for whatever reason. Pop this disk in here and try it again to find out it won't work. Noisy optical drive. Nope, don't like it. Yay! So now what? Now we're not upgrading it, is what? Time to mount the hard drive properly. Okay. I have some new old green brackets. And which way did they go? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It can only go one way. So we'll mount this up. They still have the screws in it from the other system. Use your drill, everyone. Put your drill on. Okay, we're gonna, let's see if I can turn this a little bit. Can you see anything? Sorta. We're gonna extract the existing drive. I guess I need two hands. And move that to the lower bay just in case this needs to be reverted back to XP at one point or another for whatever reason. There we go. This one will drop in. Whoop, other way. There we go. We will plug in the cable, which has to go back in its clip thing here that I took out. There we go. Oh, I guess I did that backwards. I did. I'm a moron. I did that backwards. This way. That way it lays straight. I guarantee you, if you brought this to a shop and somebody put this in, not that anybody would have these anymore to bring to a shop, but if he did, and he put it that way. Nope, maybe I actually had it right. Or maybe it doesn't make a difference. Oh, God. But I guarantee you, if they put this in and it was the wrong way, they would have left it. There's no chance that anybody is going to correct an error like that. Not that it makes a difference. Alright, well, we're going to find out. We'll just go in the BIOS and see if it knows there's a hard drive there. Yeah, it sees a hard drive. 40 gig, so that's right. So now the drive is in. I gotta put the clips back on the heatsink and throw the fan back in and throw this bitch in service. Did want to take the Celeron for whatever reason. Probably the board isn't compatible, it's too old. I kind of figured that, but we learned a few things. We did. Okay, she's all in, pushed back to where it normally sits. Everything's there. I'll kick on the other monitor just so it doesn't want to complain. A little cycle power on that. And there we go. Let's see how long this takes to boot. Oh, from now. Well, that took about 1 minute. That's all it took. And it's up and running. So that's it. I'm done. This battery needs to be charged, and that's enough with this one. It's in service and it works. Alright, well, like I said, that was an exercise in futility, but we did learn a few things. One, that Dell did not make their things forward compatible. Two, old floppy disks, or old floppy drives should work, but don't. This system, I think, I'm not certain, but I think always had a problem with the floppy drive. Perhaps the floppy controller doesn't work. Could I have plugged the USB floppy drive in if I had a spare? If you have a spare you don't need, you could send it my way. That would be awesome. You know, that way I could just have it bumming around in case. But that's that. It's up, it's running, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.